What is up, fellow nerds, and welcome back to the Dapper Snapper Gaming channel, and welcome back to Competitive Decks. Now today, we're going to be covering a Pokemon that is absolutely busted and teach you how to use it. That is Magearna. Magearna did take the top slot in our June statistics for competitive singles, and so I thought it would be really nice to see what all the hype is about, why this thing's so busted, and why you should try it on your team before they hopefully ban it. So before we get into it, make sure to leave a like on the video. Make sure to subscribe if you are new. We are a brand new channel, and so all of your support is greatly appreciated. And of course, leave me a comment down below letting me know what you would like to see in a future episode of Competitive Decks. So the first set we're going to talk about for Magearna is going to be the Shift Gear Calm Mind set. Now, if you take a look at Magearna, its kit is kind of insane. So it has the Soul Heart ability, which is possibly one of the strongest abilities in the game. It's basically Beast Boost, so every time something is knocked out, you gain a stage of special attack, which is crazy. It also makes Magearna kind of insane in doubles and in the free-for-all meta, if you've kept up with that at all, because it also gets, you know, it can deal damage, and this also counts if you were to KO your partner, which is kind of crazy. If you knock out your partner, you get a boost, and that's really crazy. But anytime you knock out an opponent, you gain a stage of special attack, and so you just get stronger and stronger and stronger. So this is the set that most people are going to be running nowadays, so I wanted to go ahead and start with the one that you're going to see most often, and then we'll move to other ones that are still very, very viable. So we've got Shift Gear, Calm Mind, Draining Kiss, Stored Power. Draining Kiss and Stored Power are both new to this generation on Magearna's kit, which makes it a very big threat because it did not have any kind of recovery before. So now you can just heal off and continue gaining bulk, which is ridiculous. And you have Stored Power, which just hits like an absolute truck. You don't need the Steel type stab on this set at all. It's just completely unnecessary. And the thing is about Magearna, 80 base HP and 115 defenses allows you to live a surprising amount of hits. So just to give you an example, you can live a flamethrower from a Dragapult, which is kind of insane, as long as it isn't like Specs or Life Orb or anything. And you can also live a non-Life Orb Earthquake from an Excadrill if you're max HP. And actually, you don't even technically have to be max HP. It's like 224 HP, something like that. You can live an Earthquake from an Excadrill, which is insane to me. This thing's super bulky, and it just lives hits for days. So basically what you do is you come in on something that has maybe a weaker hit that is super effective on you, or even a strong one because you can live most of the time, and you click Shift Gear. You're now going to be at +3 attack because the Shift Gear gives you +1, you get +2 from the weakness policy, +2 special attack, and +2 speed from the Shift Gear. So that is crazy. You now have 7 boosts to go onto that Stored Power. So you're going from base 20 to base 160. It's kind of insane. In one turn, you go from a 20 base power move to a 160 base power move, which is going to knock out a ton of things in the game. And you're +2 speed now, so it's incredibly powerful. Draining Kiss, of course, there for healing, and Calm Mind can allow you to be even bulkier on the special side and get even stronger with your special attack, but you're really not going to need it because of Soul Heart. Every time you knock something out, you just get stronger. So it's insane. It's a very good set. So I wanted to show you that. And then we've also got Calm Mind, Iron Defense. So this is if you're wanting to go for a more bulky variant. And so you basically take away the speed option for the defensive option. And so this allows it to just take hits for days. So you can Calm Mind up to take hits on the special side, Iron Defense to take hits on the physical side, and then you still keep the two attacks, and you just keep boosting up, and your Stored Power gets stronger. And I mean, your base 130 special attack, and you're modest, and then you're still going to be gaining boosts every time you knock something out with Soul Heart. So I mean, you really don't need the weakness policy on this set, but you can definitely run it as well. I like leftovers, but weakness policy works on this set just as well. Next is going to be Assault Vest, and Assault Vest is also a very common set that people are running. 36 speed allows you to outspeed a non-invested Clefable, so that is something to keep in mind. I think that can be kind of important, but we're running this specially defensive, and so you also have the Volt Switch option. This does have the ability to switch out, and it's nice. It's really nice. This also helps you against things like Magnezone that may want to trap you in, so you can just switch out of there and not worry about it. But you also have Focus Blast. You could run Aura Sphere over Focus Blast if you don't like the accuracy drop, but I like Focus Blast just for the power. We also have Fleur Cannon, which is Magearna's signature move. It is a 130 base power fairy move, which hits incredibly hard, but it lowers your special attack by 2 stages. But if you think about it, if you use it and knock something out, then you're just gonna get one of those stages back. So I mean, you know, as you knock things out, it ends up balancing itself out anyway. So it's kind of nuts. And then of course you can Volt Switch out to preserve your this for later. Next we have Specs. Trick is another new thing that Magearna got. I'm telling you, they beefed this thing's kit up so much. It got all of these things that it just didn't need, but now it has them. And if Baton Pass was legal, could you imagine the Baton Pass meta with Magearna? That would be ridiculous. Anyway, we have Trick on this set, so you can run a Specs set, and so normally something that would want to switch on this is Ferrothorn, and so you can go ahead and trick a Specs onto Ferrothorn, take away its Rocky Helmet or its leftovers, whatever it happens to have, and then it's pretty much neutered for the rest of the game, and so that's a pretty cool option that you now have on this, and of course it powers up your Flash Cannon, Fleur Cannon, and Volt Switch. Next is Trick Room. This thing can set its own Trick Room. The thing that's interesting about Magearna is being 65 speed, it's not incredibly slow and it's definitely not fast. The thing is that it has ways to go either way, right? 65 is slow enough to work in Trick Room as long as you're facing things that are not set up for Trick Room. And so, you know, you just click Trick Room on yourself and now you're gonna be the fastest thing on the field, as long as your opponent isn't also running Trick Room. Then, you know, it also has shift gear, so it can go faster than everything. It's ridiculous what they've given this thing. It's very, very strong. But then, of course, we have Fleur Cannon, Flash Cannon, and Thunderbolt. This is a great little sweep set. We have Life Orb on it so that you can set the Trick Room and not have to worry about being choiced or anything like that. All right, last set. It's kind of a meme, but I think it also can just work. We basically switched out Fleur Cannon for Misty Explosion. Misty Explosion is a new move coming with Isle of Armor, and it's basically just Explosion, but Fairy type, and it has a 1.5 times boost in Misty Terrain. So this allows you basically, you set Trick Room, and you attack with Flash Cannon and Thunderbolt, and as soon as you're getting ready to die, you click Misty Explosion and just wreck them. Now, obviously you would want to pair this with a Galarian Weezing to set the Misty Terrain, and it's possible that this will get even better once we have something like Tapu Fini, which is a more reliable setter of the Misty Terrain. But still, I think this is kind of a crazy set, and I really, really like it. But yeah, so go ahead and try this out on your Trick Room teams. It's a pretty cool set. I really enjoy it. So that's it. That's what we've got for Magearna. And of course, it does have other options as well that I did not mention. You know, you could run Heal Bell on it if you wanted to run a bulkier kind of cleric kind of thing. It gets Pain Split as another option for healing, but in my opinion, Pain Split is going to be less reliable than Draining Kiss is going to be, so that's why we didn't really mention it. You could also run a substitute set. That's also possible, but again, don't really recommend it. T-Wave to slow things down to your speed. Charge Beam is another meme move that almost went on the meme set. You know, you knock something out with Charge Beam, and then you gain 2 stages of special attack in a turn. That's kind of insane. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. This mon definitely has some awesome tech on it, and I think that you should definitely go and try it out. So until next time, we will see you on Wednesday with an awesome Wi-Fi battle. I hope you guys are looking forward to it. We are featuring Alolan Raichu, and it's going to be a good time. So anyway, guys, we will see you next time. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. Bye-bye.